Hello, everybody. Russell the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. I genuinely hope you are well. At lunchtime today, we had our weekly therapy session. It seems at the moment, in terms of just cathartic, just getting through, working our way through our anxieties in terms of West Ham and in terms of the absolute Hammers horror show again on the weekend. Later on today, we've got the Academy show, slightly better, more jovial show than what we witnessed yesterday at Selhurst Park. But it is Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com. Boys, check them out for news, reviews, and opinions. We've got 3 stories, one about a potential new head coach, one about the loan roundups, and one about an absolute thumping by the West Ham from the West Ham, to the West Ham women's side from Man City. So yeah, not 5 goals passed for them as well. But let's get into it first. Let's talk about David Moyes. That's an unusual thing to talk about, but obviously we know the that one. We know the speculation around him is rife in terms of what happens afterwards. After this, his current contract comes to an end in the summer, and one of the names being linked is the former Wolves, former Real Madrid, former Sevilla manager, Julian Lopetegui. Now it was sort of widely believed that he was going to sign for Milan, AC Milan in the summer and become their new manager. However, according to Tutto Mercato Web, my favourite Italian news outlet, it reports that the next managerial role at Milan will not be filled by Julien Lopetegui, and he's reportedly turned down the role in favour of joining West Ham. It's said the Hammers are apparently are preparing to part ways with David Moyes, which is understandable, and have apparently a 3-year contract lined up for the former Real Madrid manager. It apparently, although he was expected to take control of Milan next season, it appears that an offer from West Ham has caught his attention. The situation remains one we're going to watch. Obviously, I think I did a list. There's about 15 managers we're linked for the next head coach role at West Ham. All the way from Lopetegui and Jose Mourinho, all the way down to the likes of Will Steele, Kieran McKenna, and everyone in between, it seems, who's either available or is young, basically. If they're available, they tend to be the older ones. So you're thinking Lopetegui, Sarri, Mourinho, and then you've got sort of that middle bit where it's people who are still around, still got jobs, like Arne Slot, and people like that. Ferreira from Palmeiras has been linked as well. And the likes of Will Steele, Michael Carrick, people like that. So there's a whole sort of, and Graham Potter as well. Just throw him in because that's always one which people mention. So it's going to be fascinating. My hope is this has all been sorted and we have someone lined up, and we can't announce it because either they're still in contract or their gardening leave comes to an end, and so we don't have to pay compensation to the next club. That's what I hope. And we'll wait and see if my hope becomes a reality or not. But we shall see. We shall see. But it was literally a load of reports because of that have come out about Lopetegui. We've offered him his 3-year deal apparently. I would hope Tim's got a massive list, and he knows exactly his favourite who he wants, and goes down the list. And hopefully, we're not the one we get isn't too far from the top of the list for Tim. I don't know whether Lopetegui will. He left Wolves because of a lack of transfer activity, and where the club was run and things like that. I'm not personally, I'd want someone. No, this not being ageist, but I'd want someone younger. Obviously, he comes with pedigree. He's managed at Real Madrid. He's managed the Spanish side. He's managed Sevilla, a side we beat. He knows about West Ham. I think that's probably part of the reason. He, since leaving the Wolves job, he's stayed. He's kept his place. I think he still lives in England because of his desire to want to, get another crack at the Premier League. And let me know. I'd be fascinated to know what you think about Lopetegui as a potential West Ham head coach, the next one. Let's talk about some loans. The loan signing, obviously, we'll cover all the academy loans in the academy show a bit later on. But in terms of the first teamers, FLYNN Downs was injured and he missed Southampton's 2-1 away defeat to Cardiff at the weekend. He was touch and go for the game, but obviously he was too busy watching West Ham. Too busy watching West Ham lose and get knocked out of the Europa League against Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday, watching from the stands. And apparently he went into the tunnel afterwards and was in the dugout and was in the changing rooms afterwards and stuff, talking to all the players and things. And there was a number. Obviously, Nathan Teller plays for Bayer Leverkusen, the former Southampton player as well. So there was a number of ex-Southampton players there as well. But he was not able to make the matchday squad for the Saints' game at the weekend. Not many games left, really, for promotion pushing Southampton. Tilo Kehrer, he missed his game as well through suspension as Monaco beat Brest 2-0 to maintain their Champions League charge. I believe it's a one-match suspension, so he'll be back. It was just I don't know, he was sent off, wasn't he? He was sent off. Yes, he's got another game or two left, so you won't see him for a little bit. Saïd Benrahma was hooked off at half time. He started as Lyon played PSG away from home. They went 4-1 down at half time. They were 4-1 down at half time against PSG away. And we can't speak. We were the same yesterday, weren't we? No, it's 4-0, wasn't it? I can't remember. And then Saïd was hooked off at half time. The previous game, I think he was voted one of the worst performances they've seen from a Lyon player in 10 years or something ridiculous like that. So it's not all rosy for Saïd in Lyon. And finally, Nathan Trotz, Vej Bold Club lost 2-1 away to Hydrov in their Group B playoffs at the moment. So not great for Nathan. He played a full 90 minutes once again, but they're still teetering around the bottom of the relegation zones this season. Obviously, they got promoted this year, so they were probably one of the favourites to go down anyway. Also, not a great day for the West Ham women's side. They got thumped 5-0 by Man City away from home. Very disappointing. I think City scored 2 goals in the first 4 minutes or something like that. It wasn't a great showing at all. Hasn't been a great season at all for the West Ham women. And it was a very, very, very disappointing day. Next up, I think for them next home game is Leicester City. Same as the under-18s. The under-18s played Leicester City at the weekend, and the under-21s, his last game is against Leicester City at home on Friday. But they play Leicester at the Chigwell Construction Centre on Sunday, the 5th of May, 3 p.m. kickoff. So if you can get down to that, be a great game. I actually bumped into the Leicester City women's side when we played Spurs. No. When did we play? The game last Sunday. Was it last Sunday? They played Spurs. And was it last Sunday? I can't remember the games. And they were lovely ladies. As I went past, I went, good luck against Spurs. Beat them. And yeah, they were like doing their sort of pre-match walk, like Randy. They must have stayed in Stratford somewhere. So obviously playing at White Hart Lane, and I think they lost, so clearly didn't work. And that's it. Nothing really much more to report on at the moment. As I said, keep an eye on the channel. Anton had a bit of a debrief from the game yesterday in the morning today, and obviously we had a bit of a therapy session to get through it at lunchtime, and so we've got that academy show later on, and then all roads lead to Liverpool. Us at London Stadium against Liverpool on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Don't forget to check out needsatmybrand.com for the latest news, reviews, and opinions. And we'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Much love. Bye. Bye.